Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jeff Gipson, and I'm with Recruiters Websites. We are a marketing, website development, and design company. We started in 2012, and we work with a lot of recruiting firms. I come out of the recruiting industry, spent 10 years in recruiting myself before branching out, starting this company. Today, we're going to demo TalentScribe. So what is TalentScribe? Well, TalentScribe is an AI content generation tool. And this allows us to do some of those things that all the trainers out there and all the marketing people, these are the things they tell us to do. But we as recruiters, we don't have time to write content, spend hours and hours writing content. So we came up with TalentScribe. Let me drag the screen over here. So to get started with the blog, you have to first have an idea. So we've kind of covered that base also. So generating an idea is as simple as clicking a button. And it's going to look into the existing content on your website, as well as some of the content that we feed it during the setup, which we would set up for you free of charge. And it's going to present us back with 10 ideas. There we go. So I have this on our test account right now. So it's generating some topics. We'll just pick one here. Exploring the impact of AI. And if we didn't like this title, but we like the topic, we can click this button over here to generate 10 more title options based on this title. But for this demonstration, let's just create the post. You'll see a navigation across the top here. So we started with idea, and then we solidify the title. And then the AI tool is actually going to write the introduction, and then it's going to write a body, and then it's going to write a conclusion. And then there's a step here in the middle, which we don't list, but it actually then rewrites the entire article so it's all cohesive and makes sense together. And then after that step is complete, we'll analyze the content and set the SEO metadata. And then there is a step down here that's it's in beta, but LinkedIn content will get generated from the post content. And then the page will refresh, and we'll be able to select an image. And these images that we give you are free to use images. They're not harvested from anywhere. You're able to use them on your website without recourse. And you'll see that feature here in just a moment after we get done analyzing the SEO and the page reloads. So this is one way that we can automate blog writing. The other way, which I'll show you after we save this post, is what we call the auto blog feature. And this is a feature we just launched last week. So let's wait for this to finalize, and we'll go through the auto blog. In totality, it takes about 5 minutes to create a blog post. So here we go. The page will refresh here momentarily. Here comes the refresh. So now we have the content, and we've gone through and done our best to kind of format the content so the headings are bolded and so on. And as we scroll down here, we'll see more TalentScribe sections. And this is the LinkedIn content that I was referring to. So this is a sample post. And then here are the images that we can choose from. So the AI will attempt to take some of the keywords and find images, but you can also search through the images by keyword. So you can type in, let's see. Let's just do recruiter and see what we come up with. And for now, we'll just pick an image. Just selecting an image and hitting update will allow you, update or publish. This will allow you to set the featured image for the post. So we have the featured image, we have the post content, the title, the the SEO content as well. And so this article is ready to publish. So we'll go ahead and we'll publish this and we'll take a look at it, see what it looks like on the front end. So now we can view this. So here is our AI generated blog post in just a few minutes. Now let's talk about the auto blog feature. So some of the feedback that we got from recruiting firms is they don't want to log into WordPress. They don't know how to log into WordPress, and they don't want to learn how. So we set up this feature, and we actually do all the legwork and set this up for you. It's called Autoblog. So if the Autoblog is enabled, we'll have an email notification go to the email address specified here. We set up the schedule, whether you want to receive blogs daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. The ideas which get generated here will generate 100 ideas, and it'll go through those ideas and generate them. The default category for those ideas, the types of images that you want to see associated with those, the author, and our robot's name is Simon. So we're generating content under Simon's name, and whether the post is a draft or is published. And if the post is set to draft, then you're going to receive an email from the system that looks a little bit like this. Let's see if I can get it over here. So here is a sample email, and you'll receive the post, the image, the title, the content, and at the bottom of the page is going to be a publish button, and you just click on the publish button. This one was set to be a little bit differently, but there would be a publish button here. You click that. You don't have to log into WordPress. It will automatically publish it through WordPress's API. So that's kind of the demo for the Autoblog feature. I'm going to jump back in to the PowerPoint here. Sorry, it started over. So we are offering for this demo a 1 month free with an annual subscription, and you can scan that QR code to find out more. But do we have any questions?
Go ahead, Joe. You can type your question into the chat or the Q&A, and we'll be glad to answer it. I don't know if you can answer or if you can talk on the demo here, but you can type it in and we'll answer the questions.
There we go.
So the question, Jeff, is how often is too often for new blog posts? Was one.
That's actually a good question for Emily, but my 2 cents on this is going to be, you may not like all the content that TalentScribe generates. So what I've been telling people to do is to generate the content more often in a draft form, especially if you're using the Autoblog, and approve 1 or 2 a week. What do you think about that, Emily?
Yeah, so really, because this gives you the option to be more consistent than a handwritten, so to speak, blog would be, the main timing that's important with blogs is that you do it regularly. So whatever your schedule is that's manageable, that's what you should do them at. I would not do more than 1 a day, would be definitely the max I would say, but 1 a week is a great one, especially with this feature. You could do 2 a week if that made sense. But like Jeff said, having lots of options and knowing that you want to publish 1 or 2 a week is a great goal, but even once a month is still fine. A lot of it depends on what are you planning to do with that blog content. So if you're using it in a lot of different ways, if you're using it on social, if you're using it in an email newsletter, making sure that it lines up with whatever those frequencies are, so that you have information to pull and use in those other channels is what's appropriate. And then we have another question is, can we post these blogs into LinkedIn? And Jeff, I believe that is that new feature you were mentioned just briefly, the beta feature.
Yeah. So what I would recommend is you not post the blog directly to LinkedIn, but post the blog to your website, keeping the website the center of your marketing effort, and then posting the complimentary post, the LinkedIn post, to that blog. Does that make sense? Would you agree with that, Emily?
Yes. So keeping the blog actually published on your website, but then you can post, like Jeff showed, there's a feature to automatically post the link to your blog post to LinkedIn that leads people back to your website to read it. Good. Glad we answered that for you, Joe. Any other questions we can answer for you? Can it be used in conjunction with Buffer or Hootsuite?
So Buffer is on our list of integrations coming up. It's not something that we have currently.
But from a simple standpoint, it could be used if you're scheduling in Buffer automatically now. You could use those as they're published, use them as the link that goes into your Buffer or Hootsuite, but it's not an automatic yet.
Right. If you're using the feed from your website, so the WordPress XML feed, which is a feed of your post, that can be put into Buffer, which would be basically an integration between the two. So if you have any other questions here?
Okay, any idea when the Buffer integration will be ready?
No, I don't have any hard deadlines on that. It's something that we are actively developing out this product as fast as we can, and we are taking client feedback. And actually, a lot of companies say they're taking feedback from clients and never implement these changes. We are actively doing this.
It's very much an agile product. Another quick question: if we all type recruiter secrets, let's say, as a topic, does everyone get the same article written? That's a great question.
No, they don't. And we actually have a built-in plagiarism checker as well. But I have not yet seen it come back with a positive result.
And I've done many tests of using the exact same title to write similar posts, and it may have some phrases and things that it's similar, but really it shouldn't, because each one is built on your specific industry, your company. So it pulls all of that information in when it's writing those blog posts. So even if the title or the topic is the same across recruiting firms, it's still basing the content around your specific profile. That was a really good question, Joe. Thank you.
So to get started, if you want to follow that QR code, or you can head over to the website directly. You can find it on recruiterswebsites.com/TalentScribe. And there is a coupon code for 1 month free. That M must be capitalized. If you have any questions or anything follow up, feel free to reach out to us directly anytime.
And we'll send out an email to you with that link and everything following this presentation, as well as a link to this video, so you can watch it on your own time if you prefer.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.